Hi, thanks for checking out my campaign page. My name's Harriet. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of York. I'm about to start my second year. I'm looking at how people use social media and Facebook in particular as a means to communicate with and about the deceased. The research was inspired by my master's dissertation, which I did at the University of Edinburgh, looking into beliefs about science phenomena and spiritualism in 19th century Britain. As part of this, I was reading about how people used to go to seances, visit mediums to communicate with the dead, and it got me thinking about how that kind of thing still happens today, not only through people going to seances and visiting mediums, but in people's own homes through the use of the internet. I'm looking at Facebook in particular because its popularity is expanding exponentially. And it stands to reason that as more and more people use Facebook, more and more people will know somebody who's died and still has a profile on Facebook. I'm going to be looking at the content of messages that people leave on profiles of the deceased, and looking at the content of these messages to see, what kind of themes are generated through that, whether it's the same sort of style as the messages they would have left to this person when they were still alive, or if that's changed somehow. And just looking at any other sort of general themes that are thrown up through the analysis, really. Unfortunately, because this is quite an unorthodox area of research, I've been finding it really hard to get funding from anywhere. I was lucky enough last year to win a grant from the Parapsychological Association in America. They gave me enough money to pay for my first year's tuition fees, which was great. But I'm struggling to find anything to pay for my second year's tuition fees, which is why I've come to you, lovely people. Without funding, I wouldn't be able to carry on this research, and I believe that it's a fascinating, really interesting, and I think necessary area of research. As I say, as more and more people use the internet, more and more people are going to know people who've died, and there'll be more people communicating online about death and dying and this kind of thing. So, as it's a relatively new area at the moment, it's only going to get more and more important, and I believe that this research could make a massive contribution to that. But without the money for funding, unfortunately, it's not going to go anywhere. So I really need your help, and I really appreciate your generosity. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this, and thank you for donating. You're all brilliant. Thank you.